That's fine.
Because that's how it be. Okay, there it goes. It should be almost up. It always takes but a moment. Well, a few moments, really, but... Oh, there it goes. It's like 10 or so seconds. Alright. So, to start, to anyone to whom it may concern, I know, great way to start. Anyone that was, I guess, in game, if you look at Rothgar, you will notice him disappearing as if being recalled somewhere. That's my way of saying teleporting. And he vanishes.
Well.
To who? To where or to who? You don't know?
Well, it's
Captain's
nice
still in front of
knowing
me. Yeah?
Yeah, they are.
I'm gonna shake the living tar out of them.
What are you shaking me for? What did I gave up. You got all my stuff. What do you want?
I'm just gonna point to Hrothgar like, bring it back!
I didn't do that. And you can insight that if you want.
Ronan will. Ah, yes, because I made him proficient in insight.
She's very clearly telling the truth. She's shaking in her boots, as the kids would say.
He lets go of her and narrows his eyes and says, fine.
Whoever whoever took your friend or moved your friend, could have been anybody. Probably a dragon, let's be honest. They're usually pretty mysterious.
It's always the dragons.
They do make up most of the population nowadays.
There they go again, dragging our friends away.
Boo!
Boo!
I should implement a psychic damage for bad jokes. I'm not gonna be that mean. Only the dad jokes. Only the dad jokes. Just like that one podcast. Dad jokes is like a 1d4 psychic damage. I don't remember the exact number they used for that, but it's always funny. For Dungeons and Daddies, it's really funny. But, yeah, she has no idea who would have done such a thing.
Believe her. I still did not unshackle her.
That is perfectly reasonable. What do you all do after... Well, before your quote-unquote rest, I guess, because it would be like getting towards nighttime for the next day, which you'll should pretty well be there by tomorrow.
We should, out of character, probably figure out what to do with the loot that we gave Hrothgar.
I was gonna say, the claw. I would say you get that back, but I feel like the other thing would have been something he would have kept, like his main weapon, because that's what he would be fighting with. So realistically, that's what he would have had with him.
Realistically, unless he has something particularly important, he can not take most of it. We're not going to use the vast majority of.
Yeah, I would say the claw itself would have been back, because that wouldn't have been something he'd be crazy fond of probably yet. So you could still utilize the claw if you so wish.
His gold.
And gold, yeah. I'll allow that.
Money.
I think that's fair.
Just what we needed.
I mean, it makes sense, because, like...
I mean, I do have the fizzy water for trade.
Exactly.
I mean, that's fine, but...
We still have several thousands worth of drinks on us.
I was going to say the exact amount that he had. It's not like that much because he used some of it, but still. Yeah, that'd be good enough either way.
He should have had an extra, what, 330 from the fight we just finished?
Oh, was it?
I don't know if he
330.
added it or not.
No, I don't think they did.
Yeah, he should have actually 330 gold. Yeah.
So 330 then. Yep. Because they didn't add it.
Quick, someone do math.
I was debating on if you wanted to have. No, he'd probably keep the other stuff, but the gold would be something they would have had somewhere. He would have had everything else on him. So yeah, the claw and the money, you could you'd be able to get. I think that's reasonable.
Oh, that would be.
Also, since there's only 4 of you, it makes it even more convenient for me to put the rolls and things in the bottom right corner. It kind of looks better too.
There we go. That's how much everyone should get. As you can see, the numbers aren't exactly even. I don't know.
That's what I got.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Yeah, that looks right.
Actually, you might be closer. Hang on. 105. Yeah, 105 copper. My bad. I was typing. Yeah, so 2 of us get 118, 2 get 117 for the gold, 2 get 53 silver, 2 get 52 silver, and then it should be 105.
Yeah, Lane will take the short end of the stick. Both the gold and silver.
Alright.
I will take the bigger of the 2 because I crafted his weapon for, I don't know, like 6 days.
Yeah, pretty well. I don't think anyone has an issue with that, I'd imagine. The good news about having a lot of creatures, well basically all of them can fly in some capacities, that they can help scout around for potential things that would you'd probably miss normally by flying, I guess. Say like your own scouting party potentially.
We're just putting the grappling hook in the bag.
Yeah, that's fine. It's pretty good. Okay, is there anything else y'all would like to do before your resting?
Sarah's gonna keep a close eye on all our new guests, but not do anything.
As Sarah does. You could like have them all like grouped up or something or whatever. Either way.
Well, they should technically be like shackled. I mean, the captain is technically shackled to me.
Yeah, but we don't know what they're capable of. So for all we know, they could escape, and we'll have to beat them up again.
Well,
would y'all like to use your
Ronan's
watches?
okay with that.
Would you like to get use your watches to keep an eye on them then?
Well, Sarah, yeah, if it makes you feel more comfortable, I can watch them at least for half the night, and I don't really want to do this, but I know this might be something you'd be a bigger fan of. I can also keep them up so they don't get a long night's rest if that's something that you're worried about them recovering.
Jesus Christ. You're right, but Jesus, that's some fucking crazy tactics there.
You ever heard of the Russian sleep experiment, Sarah?
Oh god. Don't waterboard them, whatever you do.
not going to ask that of you, Lane. We can simply watch them and see what happens.
Oh, okay,
Worst
good. That
case.
wasn't something I was terribly comfortable with doing, so thank you.
Ah, yes.
I'll keep that in mind for next time now.
Yeah, your patron had a little bit of issue with those war crimes you were about to commit.
Okay, good.
Sarah's
Listen,
much less moral.
it's only war crimes if you lose.
Considering they're patrons of love and beauty, I don't think they would like the torturing of people.
I would torture
You
them
have to
with
worry about
music. So
breaking
it might
their
be
oath.
torture, but it would be very beautiful torture.
They might allow it, depending on.
Just cook them in sickening radiant light. It's fine. You're just washing them in the light of your patron.
I mean,
It's fine.
loopholes do exist for everything, potentially.
It's fine. Just do it.
Ronan will unshackle himself from the captain and then hold it up for Lane and just motion and be like, "You watch."
I watch for the first half of the night, but I need at least like a few hours to sort of get my bearings back. Not as much as you all, but if you all could take over after the first 4, so I'd appreciate it.
The moment you say yes, Ronan closes the shackle on your hand and then walks off.
Oh my god.
Well,
God damn it.
you brought that upon yourself, so Sarah's gonna walk away as well.
Yeah. That's crazy. Anyway.
I'm taking my new trinkets and I'm going to make my chains.
Oh yeah, true. You're gonna spend some time doing that. That's true.
Yes, I will sleep in, but I will make those chains.
Master Oak will stay here with you, though, Lane.
How nice of
That's
you.
He's more intent on watching them than Sarah is.
I mean, at least somebody is, I guess.
Out of
Maybe
character,
Sarah
because
doesn't- What's up?
Ronan's already occupied. But we beat the crap out of them, and then we never did ask them who sent them our way. We literally just said, "Pulverize, bring your bird back." All
I
right,
mean,
now
I can give
you're
you a rough synopsis because like it's really not like anyone specific. It's literally just them like doing the whole pirate shtick.
I was about to say, do we look like investigators? That's not our job. We're not the police. We're not the FBI.
Like they don't have any
Say,
affiliations.
We're not private eyes.
Ronan
Not yet.
can't investigate, but I can intimidate.
I mean, that's the same thing in some
similar
places.
enough.
Hey, look, especially with the new character I made, he actually looks intimidating now, right?
Yeah. You should update your Fuji at some point.
I what?
Your Fuji TV thing for the reactive image. You should update that with the new image at some point.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you do that. Yeah. You just have to
I
go
do
to-
that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. You gotta send me the link again. I'll update it.
Yeah, I can send you that. It doesn't take long to do either.
Will it update it midstream? Is the question.
Oh yeah, it will. It automatic. It's like it updates real time.
My God, technology is incredible. I did not expect that of it.
It
To
does.
actually do things?
Hold on, I need to get it. I was just trying to see who the least I've talked to lately is, and then Lane's like the random one I end up choosing because I don't talk to them again as much. I just never do for some reason. I don't know. I just didn't think about it.
Wow.
Very important that
Wow.
the two viewers understand how intimidating Ronan is now.
Just the Fujitech part, not the whole thing. I was just using the Lane one as an example, but yeah, just basically the first part before individual. Well, as long as it's just the Fujitech, it really doesn't matter. I was just doing a quick copy paste.
Yeah, I'm going to work on my chains, and then when I finish,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna
good.
sleep. And I'm gonna tell everybody that I'm sleeping in, and the first person that wakes me up is not gonna be happy.
I mean, you wouldn't be the happy one. They would be the unfortunate one.
Yeah, no, that's what he meant.
Yeah, I know. I was just slightly clarifying ever so slightly. But yeah, they're gonna go do that. And then Lane's gonna be watching over the captain, apparently, somehow, for some reason. What about Mittens? Mittens is done reading, so what is their... Are they just gonna sleep normally, I presume?
Yep.
And then, what about Sarah? They're the only one unaccounted for. What are you doing? You're just going down to the bed as well?
Yeah, Sarah's gonna go downstairs to the bed. The imp is gonna be watching them from the shadows and alert Sarah if something happens. But
Smart.
other than that, Sarah's gonna trust Elaine enough to leave them.
Because you said the first 4 hours you will be watching over things, then right, Lane?
Yeah, and during that time, Lane's going to also take an hour to bring back Pug as well,
Go ahead, yeah.
so that Pug can share some of the burden right now. His plan is
His
to let
burden.
Astro watch for the last two
Is
and have
Pug your Lydia?
watch. I'm sorry, I do not watch enough anime to know
It's
this.
not anime, it's from Skyrim. She
I
literally
hate
says
not
to
knowing
bear your
anything.
burdens.
Yeah.
She unironically says that almost every time you try to trade with her. I guess I'm sworn to burn your burdens or whatever.
I need to remove one.
They're so base for that line.
I'm more components in.
Alright, but yeah, the first 4 hours. And yeah, they're just chilling. You need to click the... You need to select the other image as well, Ronan, for the new image to select as well, because it's slightly different now. You have to click the what is it called? The top down that shows the image.
I have to do the what?
Like you have to click the where the other image is at, like the selected. You have to select the avatar. It's in like the left side, I think.
Okay.
Because it's just showing your normal avatar image right now, not the.
Yeah, I'm fixing the image
Oh,
right now.
okay. Yeah, you're good. I just didn't know if you did or not. I was just making sure if you did or not. Yeah. Yeah, you good. No worries. But yeah, they're just chilling. You know, they're
Right.
probably either playing some kind of arbitrary card game, dice game, you know, just for funsies. No, nothing malicious as far as you can see, just for fun, and maybe drinking a little bit if they were allowed to, and if not, then they wouldn't care. But if allowed to, they would probably drink a little bit.
Yeah, no, Lane's not gonna stop them from inebriating themselves. If anything, it makes them less of a threat.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
'Cause
we
I
had
know,
the same. We
yeah.
had the same thought process. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
that's true. But I just, it's good to clarify.
We're bad people. But yeah, if they're not going to bed, Lane is going to strike up conversation with the captain a little bit. To pass
Lane
some of
is
the time.
fraternizing with the enemy.
So, what are you gonna do after all of this? Are you just going to go back to robbing people in the sky again, or?
Hmm. Considering this is one of our first in a while, I feel like this might be a good chance to retire.
Yeah, no,
Actually, as you imagine, like she has like a strike of fear in her face, imagining that you'd probably if you had detect thoughts, you would see her imagining Ronan just beating the shit out of her.
No, I wish I had
She
done that.
should.
Yeah, no, if it were me, I would probably after.
She's
you
reached
know.
thinking her life choices.
Yeah, I would start rethinking those a little bit. I agree though. This is a phenomenal way to retire. I mean, no one died. I mean, that one eagle, I guess, technically died for a little bit, but hey, that's besides the point. And
You did bring them back, and you know what? I
yeah,
decided to call them Sasha.
yeah, Sasha is so uh well, reanimated. So, better pull out while you still can, I suppose.
They're fine.
After retiring, this is.
Okay, cool. The image did update. Looks great.
Good.
What are you thinking you'd do then? Mercenary work?
Oh yeah, mercenary work. That would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, it can definitely pay pretty well.
Honest work, I guess. Yeah.
Honest enough if you're working for the right people, and
Whoever pays the most, I guess, right?
yeah, that's another way to look at it. Not always about the money though.
I guess.
Yeah, a wise person once told me that it's not about the gold that they give you. It's about the gold they use to erect your statues. But it's each their own.
Whatever gets food on the table, I guess.
I suppose. On that topic, if you don't mind me asking, how do you eat at this altitude, just flying around? You just get on someone's ship, and after you take it over, you eat up on it, or how does that work? It, if you don't mind me asking.
Depends on the weather and depends on because you don't usually see people always flying because usually the ones that are flying are the dragons themselves, so we don't usually want to be near that anytime. So it's very few and far between that you get to see ordinary folk just flying around. So it's usually an on the ground type situation. I would say we usually take a break on the surface.
Oh yeah, that's right. You could land. I'm sorry, I forgot that there was always sort of ground below us. Guess we've been up in the air for a little bit too long. But yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. Where do you call home? I mean, surely you have a place that you've sort of made a base for yourselves on the surface.
We usually stay either toward the warmer climates, so maybe like the volcano-y bits.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Cold air is certainly no good for flying, especially if you're using jetpacks and such. Freeze them up, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, the some of the boys do have some issues if it's cold air.
Yeah, I grew up most of my life in Frostfall. Didn't see a lot of this jetpacky stuff around there. So I can only imagine there's a reason for it.
Yeah, it definitely complicates things having to go around such a big detour.
Yeah. Why are you doing this roll 20? What?
Roll 20.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but it just sort of froze up and decided it didn't want to show the tokens anymore, so I just reloaded it. It's working now. It's great.
Weird.
Yeah, it's.
So do you sleep like ordinary
Well,
folk?
not really. I did this sort of trance thing where I go sift through elven memory for a bit. It helps me recover, helps me focus for the day, helps me learn things I don't already know.
Ah, so you are an
But
elf.
I,
You're just not a worldly elf.
yeah, one could say that. Uh, but no, I can sleep. I just haven't in a while. I prefer trancing usually, unless I'm really, really exhausted. Like that time we were in that other realm, I still don't know if it was just sort of a definitely was, at least to an extent, real, because we did get out of there, time had passed, and one of our friends was separated from us, but uh that was a long expenditure. That knocked a lot out of me, so I needed to sleep after that. But yeah, usually it's just the meditation. Oh, shoot! I'm sorry. You need to sleep, don't you? I'm sorry I'm keeping you up.
As you see the bags under their eyes, just like as they nod at you, like
Yeah.
It's probably like 10 o'clock at this point.
Here, I'll sit down so it's easier for you to, lie down with the shackle and stuff to run and set up. I'm sorry about that, by the way.
No, it's perfectly all right. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah,
Imprisonment
that's
is
enough.
just, shackling is just one of those things for protection.
Yeah, that's the fact of the world, isn't it? It's a dog eat dog world out here. The
I'm
way
sure we would have
that,
done the same things if the roles were reversed.
exactly.
Granted, you probably would have been dead on the reverse, but that's another story.
Yeah, I suppose that's another way to look at it. I'm glad that you ended up surrendering instead of forcing the cell to play out. I think there's a good person in you, and I want to see that person make a new life for themselves. Honestly, it would have been such a shame if that wasn't ever able to happen.
As you finish that line of dialogue, you notice that they're already laying down snoring.
Yeah, I'll let them have that, and Lynn's just going to sit down and realize that, being chained up, there's not much that he can really do. So he's just going to look over the edge
All right.
for the first 4 hours, and then after that, he's going to start trancing and let Pug do some watching. He's going to give Pug orders to wake up Astrobe after 2 hours have passed and make the blue dragon earn his keep.
Make him rush his key.
Fair.
I mean, fair. He was told to help, for sure. So he inclined himself to at the very least. Like he doesn't technically, he's not full on subservient, but he generally listens if it's like reasonable. Like, hey,
Yeah.
look after this person. Like, yeah, he'll listen to that. Like, there's nothing wrong with him doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you did something like go over there and die, he wouldn't do that. Like, it's kind of like the command spell almost. It's just like he's not gonna do anything that endangers himself, like to death. Like, he'll listen to a degree, if that makes sense. Maybe like Pokemon badge rules. I guess it's similar to that. I don't know.
Not Pokemon badge rules.
You don't have enough badges to tame me.
Oop.
That's funny.
Honestly, one of the most useless, like logical wise. What I don't think a Pokemon understands that having badges means you listen to me.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't make any sense. It was like their
Well,
way of like balancing
the
levels.
So the idea is that the more badges you have, Pokemon recognizes you have more skill and power to control
Right.
them more effectively. That's the logic that it
Hence why,
implements.
like, really high level mons with if you have less badges, then they're gonna do random moves.
But also keep in mind that rule is in place more so for traded Pokemon.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
Pokemon that have that experience of being with a trainer that is more,
Yeah.
adjusted to dealing with them as opposed to a newbie.
Didn't they change that in Scarlet and Violet?
Did they?
Did they?
I think they
Yeah,
might have.
they changed it so I think it's been a thing since Sword and Shield, but I could be wrong. But it also applies to Pokemon that you catch at an initially much higher level than normal, which I guess
Yeah,
makes
no.
sense. You can get like level 50s, 60s pretty much right out the gate if you know where
Well,
to
no,
look.
in Sword and Shield you just couldn't catch them. I think in Scarlet and Violet you can catch them now, but they don't listen to you.
I see.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But yeah, after like 2 hours, Pug would go wake up Astrope, and Astrope would do like one of those like, like, like whenever you're first waking up, like type thing, and then he's gonna get up and walk over and keep a look on all the captives.
Imagine how terrifying it is to just sit there having a dragon staring you down, even if it's just a child dragon.
Yeah. Even child dragons are terrifying.
Exactly.
Like,
Who does the captain fear more, though, is the question.
Well,
Ronan or
obviously
the
you.
dragon?
Well, you.
I mean, technically, the dragon is in the highest position of power.
Well, yeah. So
if we want
technically
to be
speaking,
technical, so he should fear the dragon. She should fear the dragon the most.
Authoritarian wise, it would be dragon, but generally speaking, you. Like
You put the
hierarchy.
fear of God on somebody, literally.
Yeah, let's say the hierarchy of like Astro would be slightly higher, but other than that, about the same. But yeah, that nothing. They're just sleeping like an ordinary person would. It's tiring getting the shit beat out of you. Okay.
Mhm. I know it is.
Is it? I had no idea.
Looks at you getting
It's
knocked out.
almost as if I went down last time.
You got fucking double crit. Oh god.
Ronan wouldn't know about that life.
Yeah, not yet.
And the paladin got close.
It's true. Did. But yeah, they have they sleep, and I guess that's it. Yeah, you'd all wake up at, well, not all of you, because Ronan would still be awake this whole time because he's a maniac and wanted to work through the night.
I can roll the con saves if you actually know. Wasn't it one?
It's
like
one.
I had to roll a
it's
9.
like a 24 hours or something, like, so you wouldn't even fail the first time, so it doesn't even matter.
No, I wouldn't.
The first one doesn't matter. It's the ones after that could potentially matter.
I just needed what, 2?
Something like that. It's been a minute since I've looked.
Pretty sure it's every 24 hours is like a DC,
Oh, it is
8,
24.
and then it goes up.
Yeah, it's 24 hours. Yeah, it won't be a big deal because you're gonna go to sleep probably after anyway. It's not a big deal. Not that it's gonna take that long to do that one chain thing anyway, because like I said, it's not like that difficult to put it together kind of thing.
I will be right back.
Alright. But yeah, everyone else would awake at 4 a.m. Whereas Ronan was still awake. So any interaction of like Ronan just sitting there tinkering away as all of you are just waking up.
We're too unsurprised by this happening at this point.
So neither of you have any shock in what this inspired?
There's less shock, but Lane is going to aggravatedly drag over the captain to Ronan and to get him to swap.
Get him swap. Swap. I'm gonna pull the down here to make it easier. There we go. The eagle exit outside though.
He wouldn't swap with you, but he definitely undo your chain.
Oh, I mean that's good.
Ronan's
Oh.
going to bed now. I finished the chains. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, you didn't have to stay up the whole night to do that.
He just looks at you with really like crazed eyes as he goes, "I can't hit flying things.
Now you
Now
can go
I can."
15 feet, I think is what you said, right?
Yeah.
And just sell your soul.
Just sell your soul to get over 100
You know,
feet away.
just casually.
120 feet
Casual.
away, you know?
Well, Lane, you'll notice something you didn't notice yesterday. You'll notice around his arms he has like really red hot, like glowing chains just wrapped around his arms now.
Oh my god, you actually went the full route. I love that.
Oh,
Sir.
those look nice.
When's the ashes of your wife and child being smeared on you? And then
Not
you'll
yet.
turn white. A white
Ronan
lion.
is going to get very happy when Lane talks about it. He goes, watch. You're going to watch as he takes his hammers out, and then he throws them, and they go like 15 feet with like the chain still attached to them, and then he pulls the chain back, and the hammer comes back to
I
him.
love how you combined old Kratos with new Kratos.
Indeed.
Sorta. Because he has an axe now, but still. It's the
And
same idea, though.
He just looks at you and goes, look, I can hit things now.
You're just a blunt Kratos.
Wow.
It's great.
Wow, that is something. Yeah, good for you. That seems effective.
And then I'd imagine
As
after
you,
that.
I would say, as you look at Ronan, he's snoring. He's just standing up, sleeping.
Oh my god. He's just a statue sleeping. Jesus.
He never says where you have to sleep.
I know, but just of all things, just standing up asleep. They can't be that comfortable. That's crazy.
Probably is not, but that's probably how he'd fall asleep. He's been forging weapons for the last, I don't know, 8 days. He's tired.
Yeah. Pretty close to that, I guess, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I was just making sure Mittens was back before the next part.
I have returned.
Oh, okay, that's good. Alright. Within the next 8 hours, you're gonna notice a change in the air, as it were. And let me get the thing. As your vessel glides through the sky, the terrain changes into a scenic, cloud-covered expanse. The air grows cooler. Gentle breeze carries the faint scent of rain. The sky above is a tapestry of shifting colors with hues of blue and purple blending seamlessly. Suddenly you notice a peculiar sensation, like a faint vibration in the air. It's almost impeccable? Impertinence, whatever. I don't know what I meant by that. at first, and a subtle hum that seems to resonate with the very fabric of reality. The feeling intensifies as you continue forward, a tingling that spreads across your skin, making the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. Without warning, a wave of warmth washes over you as if you passed through an invisible curtain. The air feels thicker, charged with an energy that's both invigorating and slightly disorienting. Colors seem more vibrant and sounds are sharper, as if the world around you come to a clearer focus. You exchange puzzled glances, sensing that something has changed, though you can't quite put your finger on it. Ahead, the clouds part to reveal a magnificent city suspended in the sky, its towers and spires gleaming with an otherworldly light. The city seems untouched by time, a sanctuary hidden from the chaos below. As you approach, the sensation fades, leaving you with a lingering sense of awe and curiosity. What secrets does the city hold, and what unseen forces protect it from the dragons that rule the world below? Would anyone like to make a Arcana check to sense what that potential sensation was?
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's see.
They needed it too.
Oh, it should not be an advantage. It should just be a 7. My bad.
Ah, you're good. So Sarah would definitely, not Lane, but Sarah would, because 15 is good enough. But Sarah, you will sense that from your magical training that this was a barrier. To what kind of barrier? I mean, it could have been any kind of barrier, but considering this place is old and possibly before all the really bad stuff happened, it could have been a barrier for dragons, who knows. But for some reason, Asterope is unaffected. That could also be, it's because it's probably an age restriction, like a certain category of dragon is not able to pass. Suggesting that Dragonborns and of the Light could join in the sky here. Whereas, like, young and above could not.
Okay.
Is Pug okay to get through or no?
Yeah, Pug's fine.
Okay.
Like, they'd have
We're
a
gonna
small sensation, but it wouldn't stop them from having any issues or anything. They'd have to be fine.
I'm gonna look over the edge. Can I see the city in the distance?
Oh, you can see it. You're heading right. As you're heading towards it, you would see the spire, as it were, floating on the clouds and things.
My mother can eat her heart out. I have visited a place she can only dream of.
It's true.
On that topic, I wonder how many people do truly dream of seeing a place like this. This is incredible. I'm so blessed I had the opportunity to see this.
I can't wait to rub it in her face.
There are plenty of places to do that, both magically. Like, I never mentioned it, but I really thought about it now. You could send like what do you call it? Illusion telegrams.
Oh, he's not going to. He's just gonna. Well, no, he might. He might. We'll see.
I would say silent image, but I would say there's a way to do both, because like you can combine two effects. I mean, it's not impossible. Like you could do like a silent image combined with like I don't know what the sound variant of that is, but like combine the two. Like you could do like a illusionary image with some kind of like small greeting attached to it or sound, something like that.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah, I just didn't know what it was called, but generally speaking, that wouldn't be too hard to manage for them. But yeah, like telegrams, but with magic. It's like having like an actual person, but with magic. But yeah, before arriving, is there anything else that y'all would do? It is noon as well, by the way, just so you know. Noon on, believe it or not, Darastrix is another word for Friday, apparently. Which is ironic, considering we play on Fridays.
You didn't do that on purpose?
No!
No, it was always part of the plan. What are you talking about?
It wasn't on purpose. I literally looked it up, and that's literally what people have used for Friday as dragon is Darastrix. But it was supposed to mean Dragon Earth, but you know what? It's fine.
Sarah's going to draw like the visage of the approaching of the city from the clouds as we fly closer.
Alright, give me a performance check to see how well you can depict this. That's a good depiction. That's probably one of the best depictions of almost someone being there. Like, there's probably like slightly better things you could add to it, but generally speaking, it's as good as it's good. Probably good. It's a good concept piece. Like if you're like one of the architects, kinda. This is good. It's a good depiction.
Ooh.
Anyone else do anything before their descent?
Sleeping.
You're just sleeping. I mean, you'd probably be up by this point because this is like 8 hours after the fact.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, it's like noon. And like basically you went through a barrier of sorts that seems to filter out specific people, supposedly. Ancient magic, probably, who knows? Because you could also do a history check as well, if anyone wanted to probably figure out roughly how old this this place looks.
Nope. Not getting that one.
It just looks like rocks to you.
Someone else want to try? No, we lost our dwarf. No.
You lost your rock and stone. Not the rock and stone. Considering you were from a place of craftsmen, 14 is plenty to realize this is not your modern tech. Like, it looks more advanced, and yet it's from like hundreds of years at least in the past. Like, it looks like something similar to this era, but it's not. Like, it's clearly slightly different than what you're used to. But you can definitely tell it's older. Like, it predates like a lot of things. Very, very old. Before any of y'all were, before any of you characters were born, for sure. None of you are that old.
Lane, how old are you?
Not old enough for that.
Not 300.
What?
It's like in his.
When did the Dragon War
maybe.
happen?
Like 300 years ago, give or take.
Cool, my next character is going to be over 700 years old.
Why? You want to have like
Yes, see.
having 400 extra years of lore? That sounds like a lot of work.
And it's a lot of work for you.
400 years? How would I even go about that? I'd have to like do synopsises at that point, like just like summarize 100 years at a time.
Figure out what happened leading up to the dragons vying for control and why they
Maybe.
did that.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be that hard. It could be summarized.
What creatures reigned supreme before the dragons?
Right.
I'm going to
right.
use the I'm gonna use the an elf and an orc book and make a half adult and half elf, so that I can live for that long, and that I can add a D4 to my in history checks. On top of that, I'm gonna have expertise in history and and maximum intelligence. So
Yeah. I mean, by all means. I mean,
Assuming you can roll
Diabolical
well
right
enough to
there.
get it.
uh, how about a little bit of playing a rogue?
oh lord. Rogues
Full
do have.
Oh no,
reliable.
I meant your base stats high enough to get a 20, seeing
No,
as Min struggled with his base stats.
True. Yeah, is this mitten-based stats or like how are you?
I could do it with point buy.
Mm.
There.
But before we get to that point, I need to go do something real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, y'all. We're at the Sky City. What's the plan?
I think the
Smash
plan
things till we
is,
get what we want.
yeah, repeatedly cast dispel magic on whatever's keeping it in the air. Obviously.
If we do that, only two of us can fly at a time.
I can fly by myself. Just needed to be dark out.
It's okay, guys. We have Atwell
Well,
Featherfall in the party.
we're above the clouds, Mittens. I don't know how much darkness exists here.
Just get under the island when
Moon,
it's falling,
moon,
so you're in the shade.
if
Obviously.
if Twilight Cleric says anything, moonlight should be considered a dim light.
There. Sarah is going to go and be a tourist because he really wants to stick it to his mom that he got here and she didn't. So that's his goal for the next however long.
Still even here to grab.
Artifact, I think.
I know it's an
Actually-
artifact. This one.
I think it's in the. It's probably in the quests thing. The Orb of Astral Convergence. Oh god, are we gonna get sucked out into the astral plane?
Nah.
We're gonna have to make new characters that are Gith? Oh, wait, no, Wayne, you're an astral. Feel fine. You're fine.
Yeah. Don't worry. Astral elves are notorious for being in the astral plane, guys. It's gonna be alright.
I would hope so, given their namesake.
I'll play a mind flayer.
So my next character needs to have 0 intelligence.
Hello, welcome back.
back.
We've been expecting you.
Indeed. Can't wait to be a tourist. That means I have to be a nuisance.
Leave that. There we go. But as you descend, you will see this. Because they also changed the thing back to where you could drag individuals anywhere, which is interesting to me, but I'm not going to need to do that, obviously. But I do like the fact they added that permanently where you could do separate things now. Separate characters and separate maps and all that. Which is cool. You would be over here on this very colorful platform. You see 4 white columns protruding from the platform.
I think you've outdone yourself. This map is truly an aberration on my eyes.
Yeah,
Hey,
this is
good thing
gonna
you're
give
back.
me a seizure.
Like, I was thinking that because as soon as I put Sarah's token down, I was like, oh my god.
Is that a good or thing or bad?
Blaine is going to be repeatedly casting silent image wherever he's looking, just to protect his eye.
Yeah, it's a deterrent. It's fine.
Mittens is having a seizure right now.
That was their plan all along. But yeah, there are escalator type contraptions moving toward the higher elevation.
Eels. Are you two coming, or is it just going to be me?
Sorry, it's a little bit hard to look at this. Actually, wait, no, I have an idea. And Lane is just gonna stare at the ceiling and hope that there's no fancy
was
lights on the ceiling.
I want
was
to
wondering why
make a
you
joke that
didn't-
it was going to be on the ceiling, but no, I won't do that.
I was wondering why you weren't doing that in the first place.
Look. Those lights are doing something to me, man. I can't... I don't know either.
Why I'm not even looking at them. I have hypnotic pattern. I know what these kinds of things do.
But as you look at these other circular platforms, you will notice that there are 4 different colored circles. You could also make an Arcana check to see if you could discern what these circles could be for.
Really? Someone else try.
Yeah, I can try. I don't think I'm gonna do it well, but I can say.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can do it well at all.
Man.
Someone want to help me so I can try again?
You want to give them help? Somebody help them, they need help.
I don't think I can help you. I think Lane is too much sickness from
16.
looking at flashy lights
okay.
to do anything effectively right now.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that sounds about right.
You could presume the center 4 platforms each go to a specific area in the spire.
You're gonna watch as who you thought was Ronan is gonna speak up and be like, "My, these things are so marvelous. They're an engineering feat. It appears that the magical circles there will take us to a different location each."
Oh, so they're like teleportation circles?
That's a fair way to look at it.
Are these warforged? Like
Yes.
on the yeah, Sarah's gonna go up to one and say, where exactly do these teleportation circles go to?
Where are you looking to go?
Where do the circles go to? This is our first time here, so
Ah,
we aren't sure where anything is.
well, let's see. Let me double check because I had this up for a little bit. I need to double check, make sure which one's which first. So that one's there. That one. Did I not put the one there? I can just say that's there. It doesn't really matter. But let me double check. This one definitely does, doesn't it? I think so. Let's see. There was. Oh yeah. The white one is to get back to the platform. So that's like the return port. So this one doesn't really do anything besides get you back to where you started. This one gets you to the study room that we like to call it for people that like to study different forms of. Okay, let me get rid of that. That changed music the way I didn't like. But yeah, you can go use this one to go to a study type room that many of the others like to do to study things. This one is to the library, where the magic tutor and librarian typically reside. And this one is to the meeting room, where the 4 leads of the project are available to converse with. And when you see them, you look at them, and they're kind of like, you know, since they're warforged, they're very planted on the ground, and they have like security-like outfits. I guess I could show you an image to give an example. One moment. I will show in the art channel that has been used in a hot minute, the NPC art channel. What you see before you is the law enforcement you would suspect, because they are very law enforcement-like attire. They have rapiers and things. And there's, like, as you can see, there are many of them just here to keep an eye on everything.
Alright. So, where are we going first?
Well, first I'd like to copy down the sigils, if that's alright. Actually, are the teleportation circle sigils visible? Or no?
Like the sigils themselves?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they're used like
Alright,
they
I'm
would
copying
be.
them. They're going into the book of teleportation sigils I know for
Okay.
future use.
Alright,
Hypothetically.
that's fine.
Alright.
Considering how long it can usually take to get here, I doubt that.
Well, I have some excellent news. If we ever need to come back here, we don't need to go by ship.
Brilliant. Sarah's gonna motion for everyone to return to like closer to the center of the platform. We're gonna whisper. So, I was hoping that they would have more of a market area for me to purchase spells, but it sounds like there may be some robbing libraries that may occur. So I suggest we try getting the artifact out of the way, just in case.
I suppose we could. Are you sure you don't want to explore first? Because what if taking the artifact isn't something they exactly want us to do and we get run out of here?
I mean, that works too. We'll probably be wanted out of this city by the end, either way. Alright, does anyone have any particular locale they wish to visit?
Not everyone at once.
Not
Alright, I'm on my
nowhere
token.
specifically.
I wouldn't mind checking out those Warforged some more. Maybe able to replicate them in my future designs that I would like to create.
You wanna? I don't think we can pick one up and take it out, but we can certainly take a look at them.
I think you underestimate how charming I can be.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Oh my god.
And just so his pride's not hurt, he's gonna come back over here to the Warforged.
Yeah.
He's gonna look the Warforged up and down and be like, so I happen to be a what you would consider a master craftsman and enjoy creating beings such as yourself. Would you perhaps let me study you a little closer so I might be able to create replicas?
He just like thinks and like takes out the a handbook, reads the handbook, like like a photographic memory type thing. Like he just like looks through it, he like flips through it very fast. He looks up and he's just like with a very blunt, no. Presumably that he read something in the book that basically suggested that no, you cannot.
He says, I'm not saying you have to leave your post. I could just study you here, right now, in your natural habitat.
He takes
Where's the book on? Where's the book on him? Oh wait, he's pulling the books back out. Never mind.
Yeah, he's pulling it back out and reading it once again very fast. Stops on a singular page and is like, depends.
Can I use my invisible mage hand to try and sneak the book off the other one?
I mean, I guess so, if you want to try it.
Cool. What do I need to do?
I guess like a sleight of hand at
Cool.
advantage.
Pug will help
That's even
distracting
better.
whichever one you're trying to pull it off of.
28.
Just flying in their face.
I mean, you would get the handbook, whatever that does for you.
Oh, it's not for me. It's so maybe this will help Ronan.
Maybe.
I'm gonna skim through it. What's the book about?
It's like a code of conduct and like general societal rules, like do not steal, do not kill one another, do not go with random strangers that ask to study you.
I'm gonna show. So Lane, Mittens, and I are just gonna crowd around the book to see what it says. I thought this was going to be more helpful.
Well, I'm sure we could find someone who would be very, very interested in purchasing something like this. At the absolute worst.
My initial thought was. Yep, sorry.
You go.
My initial thought was this was going to be some kind of user manual. Hopefully, it would have something Ronan would use, so we don't have to stand here watching in the mirror at them all day.
Mhm.
I guess like during that, like I feel like he would look over at Ronathan and be like, "You might be able to speak with one of the leads of the project, and they might be able to do something for you."
Goody goody. And where would they be?
Black portal.
Ah, yes. Straightforward and to the point. Thank you, my good sir. Have a good day. And then he's gonna tip the top hat that he thought was there that's not there, be slightly salty, and then walk off.
All right.
Lane will whisper to Jonathan, "Look, if you really set on studying them, I'm sure on the way out, if they don't look that heavy, we could probably grab one of them."
Oh my fucking god.
Lane, I'm surprised to hear that coming from you and not myself. We are terrible influences. I love it.
Yeah, you really are. But this seems like something that would mean a lot to Ronathan. Least we can do is make sure this happens.
Nothing wrong with
Perhaps.
that. So where you
You
headed?
see Ronathan think about it real quick, and he goes, "You know, you're not wrong. I could probably devise the small contraption that could allow us to lift their weight using some kind of pulley
Oh
mechanism."
my god.
Remember, Ronathan is incredibly intelligent and a designer. He
No, I get it.
100% could. This is something he would absolutely plan.
Well,
No,
yeah, I
it's
mean,
just
it's
funny.
fine, but as they were saying, like you could just talk with the people that are in charge, and they might be willing to do something like that.
Or maybe give
Yes,
you the
but
plans at least.
Ronathan's chaotic good. There's nothing that says I
Uh,
can't kidnap a unliving sentient being and study him for
It's true.
research purposes.
That thing read a book. I don't know how unsentient it really is.
No, these guys are very
He's
sentient.
sentient, but not living.
I mean, you don't know that.
So where are we going? Library, study room, meeting room.
Which one looks the most promising?
Ronathan will tell the group, he goes, "Well, they happen to give me more information, and information I was looking for. Apparently, their superior of a sort is on the Black Portal, so that might be a good place to start."
That's also where I presume we'll need to go to figure out how we get this artifact we're here for.
Correct.
I will walk with Saren as we get here. He's
Oh,
gonna
I was gonna
motion
mention that these are all like separate little circular platforms, but if you go off those circular platforms, you're like, what is it called? Those you know those blow up things where like you get blown into the air and like you like float. It's kind of like that.
Oh my god.
So like if you get off the circular platforms, you're basically just floating. So it doesn't really matter where you step.
You can get used to this.
Like you're very light. It's like being featherfalled constantly, but not going down.
What were you saying, Ronan?
Yeah, let's go.
as we get to right here. Ronathan's just gonna motion for Saren. He's gonna be like, "After you."
Does anyone have any reservations before we go do this?
No.
Nope.
Alright. Here we go.
You're going straight in without doing the other first.
Apparently.
Yeah,
Is that what you want to do?
I guess
Should
so.
we not?
I mean, I thought you'd want to look at the other areas first.
I did,
You
but
still can. I mean, there's no time limit.
we can split the party.
I mean, literally. There is a new feature for that.
Nothing bad ever happens when we the party.
I know, but it's fun.
All right, so I guess in the Roll20 chat, from 1 to 3, 1 being black, 2 being gold, and 3 being, I guess, flower. I guess each one of you can tell me which way you're headed, so I can put you on each one of those maps separately.
Keep in mind, 1 is the meeting room, 2 is the study room, and 3 is the library, if I
Correct.
recall correctly.
Correct. So just do that, and that way I can know which one to put you on which, so that you'll be immersed, as in to where you won't be able to see one thing that someone else will see, and so on and so forth. And then, like, you know, take time in between. Like, you'll be doing this, so I'll focus on you, and then you'll take time, and I'll be focusing on you, and so on and so forth. But you can all go to the same place. That's perfectly fine too. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. I guess
No,
we're not
the place you were directed. Yeah, you know the place you were directed to is 1, right?
Correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make
The
sure.
library
Then we're
is
going.
probably
Then
more.
we're not.
Jonathan's logic would be the superior's not going anywhere, but the library might also have some interesting things you can go read.
The
true.
library is not going
The
anywhere
library it
either,
is.
unless they've got a super weird library.
I will.
Yeah, but,
I will say that they would be giving the dragon slightly weird glances, like in confusion. But other than that, they wouldn't stop it.
The library might not go anywhere either.
Very
but
visible confusion as he passes by, as in like they're following you and being like, "Huh?"
It's also one of the things where it's kind of like, well, if we get the relic, we just immediately leave, and so his logic is just go to side quest first.
Exactly. But not Ronan. Lane told everyone that they had a way to get back if they absolutely want to, though. I think, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yep.
we did.
Okay, so yeah, you would know that in character then.
Lane, did you add my perfect drawing of the teleportation circle to the desert temple where we got the water from in your book of sigils?
I think divine intervention.
It did.
Oh,
Divine
that's right.
intervention said
Prevented you
no.
from.
Well,
So
I
I just have a
tried writing
drawing.
it in, but it just sort of
It didn't come
vanished
out right.
on the page.
That's true.
It-
I had a. I just
yeah.
made a non-magical drawing.
Yeah.
You were trying to put it in your book. That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Exactly. It didn't translate very well.
So sometimes my patron, when I write things down, she says, "No, you can't have this. It's ugly. It's going to look bad for my image." So and it just erases itself from the page.
It's really funny.
So unfortunately,
So no capitalism for you.
no, capitalism's a really ugly system.
This is where this is the entrance area around here in front of the desk or something like that.
That's fair.
No
No capitalism for Lane.
As you appear in this Warforge, will look over, and I will also post their image in the thing because it is kind of hard to see because it's a big room.
Boy, another Warforged.
They're all Warforged. What do you expect?
Jonathan's gonna
They know
have a
people?
fun day.
I mean,
Wow, that sounds awful. Non-Warforged.
I mean,
Warforged
maybe you'll
are
find
people
out
too.
once you talk to the or ask questions or something. I don't know. Maybe they don't know things that you know. Who knows?
Jonathan will 100% yell across the library, even though he probably knows the rules. He does not care.
The librarian looks over and be like, "Please restrain yourself if you must, because we have people that are studying even here."
Are the studying people also Warforged? Or...
Yes.
Don't
Everyone you see is a Warforged in some form of capacity.
They're machines. Can't they just tune it out? I mean, I'm not really a machine person, but I would imagine that they sort of unplug their sensors.
Well,
I'm sorry if that sounds ignorant. I really have.
well, in any case, I am the one known as Galen Mistquill, and I am the lead of this library known as the Nimbus Nexus.
It's a beautiful library.
Yes. What is your interest in today? What would you like to accomplish in the library?
Do you have spell books or spell scrolls and those kinds of things relating directly to specific types of magic?
Yes, there are ways and means to learn magic with our tutor that he'll point to over there. If you are unable to normally learn such spells with enough time and patience, you can learn a limited amount of spells outside of your normal capability.
You've probably already been able to do that. I'm sure this will be a walk in the park. And Sarah's going to go over. Who else wants to ask for something?
Who else is asking?
1 sec.
What was that?
Yeah, Ronathan. I was coughing.
Oh, I thought that was like actual soundboard thing for a second. I was like,
No. Ronathan would ask for 2 things. Well, actually, I guess it'd be a compendium of things.
a compendium.
First,
Oh, God.
compendium. First thing, he would ask for books on the artifacts we've been collecting.
Ah. He'd also wonder if to ask anyone that's spells focused if they would want to see the archive of spells that they have on file, if that makes sense.
Well, I don't see why not. What we should take a look at it just in case there's something, that's never been seen before that the world really needs to see.
Well, we're magic
We should take a
removers,
check.
I'm trying to think how I'm gonna post this. Let's see. I could probably do the document as a whole. Let's see, maybe that'll work.
Not the document.
You got a whole document?
Well, it's a notepad technically, but it's like the whole list, A through Z, spell library, with some unique ones. And depending on what you're trying to learn or whatever, there's certain things different.
What the fuck does judgment do?
Would you like to ask them what judgment does?
Holy
Yeah.
shit, there's a whole TXT file to download.
It's not that big. I mean, it's got a lot in it, but it's not like that bad.
3 kilobytes?
That's
Damn.
not that.
Oh, I just turned
I
it on my notes.
Was that the whole judgment, or did I too many? No, that is. Oh wait, no, sorry, I put Keen Edge as well. Whoops, just read the first part then. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but.
Oh. I see what we're doing here. There are some high-level spells here. What the hell?
But you'd only be able to learn up to your current level of spell, though, obviously.
Right, I can't learn Chain Lightning yet.
Yeah, it's up to 5th level, if I'm not mistaken.
Judgment
Yeah.
is terrifying.
It can be. It can, like, paralyze, I think. Is that what it says? Can't remember. Yeah, it can paralyze. It's like a stronger hold person, I think.
I'm multi-classing Eloquence Bards and also taking Mind Sliver.
Oh, yeah.
Bad.
No, but what I was gonna, what he would also mention, well, and if you talk to the tutor, he can talk about other stuff, but the librarian only does so much. But librarian would only tell you about, like, what's available here, whereas the tutor will talk about, like, the technical, like, his cost of teaching certain things and all that good stuff. Whereas the rentals, there's rentals for spells as well. It's like if you wanted to rent a book or something, it would cost a specific amount to do so. If you'd like to know about any specifically. and there's a specific set of rules I pretty well figured out for learning up to your level 1. It'll well, just you can talk to the tutor. He'll tell you all that stuff. Basically.
Why would you put that in there, Stone? Why would you put that in there knowing we can't take it?
Wish.
Why would you put that in there?
It's the 9th level. You're not being able to use that anytime soon.
I know. Why would you put it in
To
there?
tease you, that's why.
What are you
Oh,
talking about?
dear.
There's a 10% chance that every day I can cast Wish.
Wait, how? From what? Which part? Which thing are you referring to?
You don't know my powers.
You don't have a wish spell. Fuck you.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Where?
It's on my character sheet.
What? 10%? Oh, you're talking about fucking what you call it? Divine intervention. That's not
Yeah.
a wish spell.
You know.
Sorry, it's better than a Wish spell.
It's not up to 9th level. It's a less than that. It's like a specific level, I think. That's like up to.
No, that's not how the divine intervention works. Divine intervention is just your god intervenes in any like helpful way depending on the situation
Oh,
you're in.
potentially, yeah. It's not guaranteed.
Oh, so even if I would succeed on the roll, you would say just like sometimes like, nah, the guy can't intervene in the situation.
Maybe. I don't know. It hasn't come up yet, so I don't know.
I've been saving it for something important, like the entire party dying.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I can see that.
What
being
level?
fine.
What level spell is that?
But yeah, if you talk to
While
the
they're
tutor,
shopping for spells, Ronan would ask about books on the Crown of Draconic Domination, Amulet of Eternal Horde, Fangs of the World Serpent, Scales of Immeasurable Strength, and the Orb of Astral Convergence. And then he would also ask if they had any books on dragons.
he would look at you with a very puzzled look and be like, he's like kind of stuttered for a second, just kind of confused, being like, the dragon conflict is still ongoing, as like he doesn't know.
Oh, the dragon conflict has been stalled for now. I'm just I'm just interested in these artifacts because I've heard so much about them, and being raised by a young dragon, I'm curious what they can provide, as well as learning anything I can about dragons' strengths, weaknesses, vulnerabilities,
Well,
things that might kill them, things like that.
Unfortunately, we would have just as much information as probably you would, because well, maybe not much as you do, but enough where the basic person would know, I guess, because we don't have any additional information about dragons specifically. But we only have information about our current artifact, unfortunately, because no one else has left to encounter any of the other ones that you so mentioned.
Where are the current two? I was about to say, who has the current ones? Because Ronathan is gonna pull them out if we have them.
I think Mittens had them. No, Sarah has the fangs. Sarah has the fangs.
Yeah, I think it's probably Sarah. Sarah doesn't
Yeah,
trust
that would be
Mittens with any sort of important item anymore.
That's
Oh
fair.
yeah, that's true. So Sarah, who has the other ones? Because Sarah has the fangs.
I don't know. I don't think Lane took any of them, if I recall.
So that one was the
Amulet.
amulet, yeah.
So I don't have that.
You should.
I think so. I mean, you usually keep hold of stuff, I thought.
Yeah, but maybe I just didn't write it down. What is it called?
The amulet of the eternal horde.
Okay. Then yeah, you know Sarah has both.
Ronathan is gonna motion for Sarah to come over and be like, Sarah, come here.
I'm just gonna randomly pull out artifacts and show him.
Sarah turns to face you with his arms full of spell scrolls. What is it? I'm busy.
I need the 2 things that you have so I can potentially bargain with them. And he's gonna smile.
I don't like where you're going with this.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Sarah's gonna walk over, and he's rather than just throw them to you, Sarah's gonna walk over and see what you're doing.
I mean, that's a good idea. You don't want to throw something that valuable.
Ronan is gonna put one hand, like elbow, on the table and lean forward and go. He's gonna go. What if I have some of those things that I mentioned, and I could help you provide knowledge for this library?
What would you ask in return? He looks with a very, as much as a confused look a Warforged can give, I guess.
Nothing much, just a small favor at a later date of my choosing.
What in the fucking Game of Thrones type shit is this?
Nothing.
I feel like they're gonna have
Even
to.
Sarah's giving you a questionable look.
I feel like there would be very blanket stare, being like, and what could that possibly mean?
It will not be anything that violates anything of your codes of honor or whatever core beliefs that you currently have. It would not harm anybody. It would just be a small favor at a later date. He's gonna smile, even bigger.
Jesus.
As much as a 500-pound muscle-built lion can smile, anyway.
Right. I guess I could possibly do that, as long as it follows everything.
Ronan's gonna reach his hand across the table for a handshake.
He puts down his book and gives you a firm handshake.
He's gonna be super happy. Ah, it's settled then. Sarah, if you will, please.
She's gonna give you like a look, like an uncertain look, and then pull out one of the daggers.
Ronathan will take it, if Sarah lets him, and then hold it towards the Warforged and be like, "Behold." Just trying to think of what the names are. Behold the fangs of the World Serpent.
One of them, anyway.
Only one of them.
Ronathan's gonna be like, "Shh, it's not important."
I guess it really doesn't matter, but it seems very odd. But yeah, fair enough. So you take out you take out the fang only right now. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, just going on there, just to see, because I was trying to figure out precisely what he wants with it, and how he's planning on going with this information. So he's only giving up one at the moment.
He's gonna like kind of call over to his assistant. Zephyr, go over here, please. He, like, steps out. It's like, yes. As he like points him towards what you're showing, he's gonna be like, he's gonna take out a book and quill or something of that nature and just start like jotting down like all kinds of things. Presumably like, probably like an image, maybe a little bit of like, like general descriptions, stuff like that. And then I guess they would also be asking stuff like, so are there more like this, or like is this like a one and done type thing?
There's two. I just had this. They're identical, so the one should suffice for the purposes for the time being. Sarah's not necessarily paying attention. He's looking at the spell scrolls he's amassed, but he is tangentially watching.
And you say you have another one of
Indeed.
something else?
Perhaps.
May we see it?
Sarah glances over at Ronathan. Before, and after a moment of
Guess so.
watching him, he pulls out the amulet.
Oh, he pulled out, and then as he pulled out, he'll start taking more details and things down, and be like, "All right, it seems mostly sufficient, I suppose. Just getting a general sense of it and things. So what can we potentially assist you with?"
Well, the favor will be at a later date. We shall talk privately. For now, though, I would like to see that book on your artifact that you currently have. And I'm under the impression that on another floor is the supervisor or somebody who's in charge that can get me within close vicinity of said artifact.
There is a likelihood of that, yes.
Good. Yes, I would like to see the book on the what was it called? Hang on. Refer to notes. Orb of Astral Convergence, and I know you said you didn't have any books on dragons, like what I asked for, but do you have anything about the history of dragons, draconic lineage, powers derived from them?
You would see him go to this bookshelf over here for that one book that you were talking about at first. And yes, every single one of these bookshelves is A to Z. There's exactly 20 whatever alphabet. I counted.
Why haven't you asked me to get one of these kinds of books for you?
Jonathan's gonna look at Sarah and be like, because the brute's in charge most of the time. I just happen to be in charge right now, so we're negotiating.
So he takes out, he finds a book, and he places it on the table. It says all the information. It's basically like orb of, yeah, the orb and the information that we have on it, type thing.
Jonathan's gonna say, great, this shall do. He'll take the book to go read it, and then look back at Sarah and go, we can talk when not in present company if you would prefer a more private conversation. But for now, and
yeah.
hold the book up and say, I have reading to do.
There are plenty of areas in here or in the other room that you can utilize. But the tutor would be looking over and be like, is there anything I can do to assist any of you up and coming spellcasters?
So Sarah's gonna walk over to him with his arms still full of the spells. How many of these can I learn with your assistance? He also beckons Lane and Mittens over, and he hands Mittens a specific spell. He hands him a shield scroll. I found this. You probably should take this and use and learn it.
All right. There is a limit to what I can teach you outside of your normal limits.
I promise I'm already well beyond my limits. I assure you there's very little you can't do.
He was
That's what she said.
He was mostly looking at Mittens when he says that, because you can see he's a cleric persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not that hard to figure out that he's not the same type of caster as you.
So it doesn't work. I can always teach Mittens with the magic initiate feat. and he can get 2 of my cantrips as well. Why didn't we do that? Why didn't we do Actually, that might be easier to do magic, to train them and give them the magic initiate speed, because then they can both get 1 use. Lane and Mins can both get 1 use of shield per
So
day.
basically, the restriction would be 1 spell per level up that you know.
I can only do 10.
Well, I meant like 1 per, like 1 for cantrip, 1 for level 1, 1 for level 2, 1 for level 3,
That's
1 for
even
level 4, 1 for level 5.
worse.
For anything outside of your normal means. Yep.
Even wait. Let me see how many of these. Like, for
Yeah, this
reference, there are 15 spells here that I have written down that are within Sarah's grasp of interest. How many of them are within my means to learn?
Depends which spells, I guess, if you can learn them normally or not.
That's what I'm looking up right now.
Because if you can't learn them normally, then it would be the restriction that I found that works.
The 2 that I was most excited about are both 3rd level, which is so frustrating.
And if you're trying to learn levels outside your means as well, there will be a Arcana required as well.
Oh, brilliant! Sarah has 18. 3 of them are outside his mains.
How many?
3.
3? I mean, it's not bad.
They're all different levels as well, if I recall correctly.
I mean, that's doable, yeah.
Let me check something. I think this one's in.
You know what? I know which ones I want now.
Yeah, it's okay. It is. I see. Yeah, all three are outside. They're all different levels.
What is spell level specifically? Because that matters too.
One is 6. Chain lightning is the most important one.
So you can't do that
So
one yet anyway.
Yeah, but if Sarah can learn it now, it saves taking it later.
Is it how that works? Can you actually do that?
No, but for the sake of, if we're doing this off the logic of, well, if there's an Arcana check to be able to like have this possess the spell itself, then the logic is I can add it. I just can't use it yet. Just like we did with the initial draconic spells that Sarah got.
I would say for 1 level higher than what you're or 1 spell level higher than what you're normal to use. I think that's fair.
Cool.
That you can learn but not utilize yet. Yeah.
I know I can get that, and that. I think as a starter, I gain access to Wall of Force with the expanded list.
Probably.
I do not. Okay, that's my. I guess that's. I do get Dominate Person, though, so that's my 1. Okay, so I do have. Yeah, no. Okay, I have 4. Because I have 1 cantrip, 1 first level, 1 second level, and 1 5th level that I can't learn naturally.
Alright,
and then everything else.
The levels, and I can give you a rough estimation of how much it's going to cost to do that.
I'm just gonna write them all down.
Fair.
But
because depending on what they are, it could be a little pricey.
we're rich now. Money's not an issue.
I know, but still.
Holy shit, how did I miss that on the list?
Yeah, there's
what is it?
Stuff.
Aid.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's mostly wizard spells, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of wizard spells.
I think it's mostly wizard stuff, yeah. I think that was the idea I was going for.
What's funny is a lot of these I went through. I don't know what happened to my initial list of spells that I wanted to steal, but I went through and looked at spells that would be good for Sarah thematically, and most of them were on this list, honestly.
That's cool. So, yeah, I guess you're putting down the levels then, right?
Yep, I'm writing them down and their level.
Alright, yeah, because I can easily do it from levels, because I have it all pretty well down at this point.
I'll put a star by the ones that Sarah can't learn naturally.
Yeah, that'll help. 'Cause those are the ones that really matter, to be honest. Because those are a little bit more difficult than normal. But Mittens, would you like to be trained in learning the shield spell?
This is the
I
first level
guess
spell
so.
you want more.
No, that should be fine. After that, I'm gonna have to go because I am falling asleep.
Oh yeah, you're fine. But yeah, we'll do this really quick for you then. Either way, that's fine. Not a big deal. I understand. Let's see. So level 1 is what a shield is, correct?
Yes.
And that would make it a common, from what I'm seeing, based on spell level. So it would only cost 5
20
gold
billion.
piece, 5 gold pieces to learn that spell.
Okay, I'll do that.
And then you would also need to do an Arcana since it's out of your normal means.
Okay,
I mean, that's plenty.
20.
That's plenty. Yeah. You only needed a 15.
I'm going to put it in the Roll20 chat or the Discord.
Either or. Doesn't really matter.
There we go.
Now, does it get added just to my spell list, or is it like a always known spell?
What's that?
Is it a always known spell, or is
Yeah.
it just added to my spell list?
You will always know it because you're specifically, writing it down. I'm making it more like a wizard type deal. Like you lie down, it's just in there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like something you could switch out, but you probably won't want to anyway.
Oh, I should probably pick up cantrip as well.
I feel like Vicious Mockery is such a good thing for Sarah
Yeah,
to
but
have.
keep in mind if it's out of your normal means, you can only have one of each.
Yeah,
level.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's Vicious Mockery, Unseen Servant, Heat Metal, and then Wall of Force.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
been
I think
fun.
Chain Lightning is on.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm gonna die in like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
if
go
I...
ahead. Yeah, this is a
Bye-bye.
pretty good one for you to skip out on since it's mostly like RP and stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good night.
Yep.
Right.
Good night.
All right.
Sarah's
so which?
getting.
Oh, you starred the ones.
Yeah.
Okay, like Vicious Mockery. Is that the
Yeah.
one?
Yep. Sarah's getting greedy with the spells.
So Vicious Mockery is the one you can't normally do.
Yep, because it's Bard exclusive.
It would be pretty. Yeah, it only costs like
Okay,
5 gold for cantrip.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll just write it down and then make it keep note of the total.
Yep. And then Unseen Servants, they're the one you want to get.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah,
50.
Okay.
50 gold. Those are kind of easy to come by too. So those would be an uncommon. Since you already have your own thing, it's cheaper. If you didn't have your own spell, it would be more expensive. So you're basically like you're like getting a discount essentially since you already had your own spells.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then Heat Metal, that would be slightly more, I believe, because it is a... Actually, no, that's still uncommon, because it's within 2 and 3. Oh, wait, no. I guess it really doesn't either way. Yeah, 2 and 3. So yeah, it'd also be about 50 gold too, then. And then 3rd level... let's see.
The only 5th level was the only other one that had one that Sarah can't naturally learn.
It's only 5th level that matters? Okay.
Well, because Wall of Force is... So, Vicious Mockery, Unseen Servant, Heat Metal, and Wall of Force are the only spells on this list that Sarah can't learn naturally as a
Wall
sorcerer.
of Force would be 500 gold pieces to learn.
Okay. It's 555.
Oh yeah, I guess so, isn't it? That works.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it going to be to learn Chain Lightning, since it's one level higher?
Oh yeah, you need to do your Arcanas for each one of those two to see if you get them as well.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. For cantrips, it's automatic because they're not very hard, so it's just 2.
Okay, cool. So, 28 and
That's plenty.
22.
Yeah, that's plenty because they're not as high up. Yep.
Well, do I need to do one more for Wall of Force?
Oh, for Wall of Force, was it? I think you already. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, one more. Yeah, you're right. That is a slightly higher one. Yep, you still got it. You're still rolling pretty good.
Okay. And then, do I have to do one for Chain Lightning, since it's...
Oh, you're gonna try to do Chain Lightning for, to have it stored for when you get the next level or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. He's DC 20. So probably not gonna be that hard. Yeah, didn't think so.
Okay, so what do I have to... So, 555. So what about the rest of the spells on this list? Because I presume this is easier because
yeah,
I
they're
can learn
easy.
all of these naturally.
They are easier, yeah.
I'm gonna have so much to do. Why am I doing this to myself? I will not be able to make a decision on what spell I'm gonna use in any
Exactly.
situation.
That's the plan. You just give you all this stuff to do.
But I do need more options. So we're going with, and I still have plenty of money. So
yeah,
in
based
theory,
on
I should be able to learn all of these.
basically it's like 10% of what the max cost of each tier basically is essentially.
Okay.
So it depends on which levels you're going for. Like for level 1, that's always going to be 5 gold. Sorry, actually no, is it 5? Actually it'd be 10 now that I think about it.
Okay. 20 more. What is it for a second level?
Second level is 50.
Okay. Third.
It's also 50 because it's 2 and 3. Yeah.
Cool. Fourth.
That would be a rare, so that is 500.
Okay. And the one other fifth level.
Another 500 because they're also on rare.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep. So it's a decent sum of cash, but not too crazy.
We're rich now. Who cares about money?
Yeah. It just gives you something to do with it, I guess.
300. Okay. 2,375.
Yep. Sounds right. Nice.
Cool. I am going to add all of these to my...
And then Lane wants to learn some spells for choices, I suppose, right?
Yep, I have one from each level, including cantrip, that are not normally on my spell list that I'd like to learn.
Yeah, just throw me a... Yeah, there you go. So guidance, yeah, that shouldn't be too hard to get.
I considered doing guidance, but I was like, well, I figured you were going to get it.
But yeah, it only costs 5 gold and a Arcana check to get guidance.
Alrighty.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Cantrips are free. No, you're good.
Okay, once I've gotten guidance, can I use it on my Arcana checks now?
Yes, you can. Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's their checks, so it counts.
Oh yeah, I should have got. I guess I should. Oh no, because I used my one on Vicious Mockery, which is just more.
I mean, it's still a good
Zero.
spell to have though, because it's free.
And it's more fitting for Zero.
It is. You can make insults and it hurts people. Bless would also be 5 gold, but I will need a Arcana.
Alrighty, let's see.
Oh,
There
yeah,
we
you're
go.
good.
Let
Y'all
me add
high.
guidance on. I need to roll guidance on top of it. I need to get over 25. There we go.
I mean, you get over 25. The DC is not very high for the lower one. I mean, they don't go up by that much technically until like past a certain level, but still. And then A, which is level 2, correct?
Yep.
All right, so Bless cost so it's 10 gold right now, and then with Bless it'll be another 50, so that's 60 gold so far.
Alright.
Spirit Guardians is also 50 because it's still in the uncommon category.
Ah. And that'll be
Yeah.
another Arcana check.
It will. Yeah, you're still rolling above 20, so you... Oh, wait, that was
Alright.
the roll? You fail the...
I have 1d4
Yeah, you
to
got
add.
1d4. That could matter. Nope, not enough,
16.
sadly.
Sarah,
God
wait, Sarah,
damn it.
Sarah can't, Sarah. Oh, did you roll it at advantage?
No,
I
they
did
didn't.
not
They
roll
didn't.
it
They
at
didn't. They didn't roll advantage yet.
Sarah can help you since there's a magic
Yeah,
master.
I'll allow that since they technically caught it before, like right as I was
Alright.
saying it. Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Attempt 2, baby.
I mean, there's still a chance.
Roll the d4. Try it again. You can do it.
That's still not enough. Oh wait, no, it's the higher roll, right? So it would be enough.
Yeah.
Because it's 17, DC 17. You
Oh
barely
yeah.
passed.
Oh yeah, that's true. Huh.
Yeah, because you get to re-roll the thing as well. Yeah.
Alright.
So you do
Nice.
just barely learn Spirit Guardians. Congratulations.
Alright.
You also consider
And
taking.
then next one is Vitriolic Sphere, which realistically is a spell more for me than for Lane. I love Vitriolic Sphere, and I have never had the opportunity to use it on a character.
Later, are we gonna do this together now?
I don't have
vitriolic
the level listed. What is the level for that? I forgot.
Fourth.
Fourth.
Oh, is it fourth? Okay. So it is slightly
Yep.
it is like in the rare category. Okay, gotcha.
Alright, so we're doing this at advantage now, I guess.
Yep, Sarah's helping you because he wants you to learn these spells and be more powerful.
That's fair.
Sarah's all
that'll
for
be
his.
24.
That's that's plenty. Yep.
That could have
There's
been
all
really
four.
bad looking right at the other number.
Let's see. This is going to cost. Oh yeah, 500. Yeah, 500 gold for that one. Yeah.
Okay. And then
So
the
I
last.
think it's 560 so far.
I thought 2 of them were 50, so I think it's 610.
Oh wait, yeah, 610. I think you're right. Yeah.
I should keep my mouth shut, actually. But yeah.
Teacher, we had homework. I've done the same thing before. It's really funny.
And then the last one is Mass Cure Wounds.
Which I think is also it's third.
No, it's 5th.
Oh, was it 5th? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I got one from each level.
I think that's the same as the others, so it shouldn't matter.
Alright, let's see.
Do we think we need Longstrider?
I mean,
Good
if it's
spell.
a ritual, we should get Mittens to learn it. Since
That would be
Mittens
smart.
is
You
a
could still do
cleric.
that. You could still do that next time if you wanted to.
But yeah.
Can I learn Unseen Servant as a ritual? Or do you want me to take it as a spell?
Probably a spell, honestly, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, that would be another 500 gold for learning Mass Cure Wounds.
Alright, I need to make the Arcana check first.
And Arcana, yeah. That's
I'm excited.
Oh wait, no, let me see.
I'm
24? Yeah,
so excited to web things now and set them on fire.
Because the DC was 19, so you're fine.
Okay, great. I've got to copy all of those into my list now.
Yeah, because as a warlock, you don't usually get that many, so I feel that.
Yeah, no, I made a homebrew feat specifically for all of Sarah's spells now.
Oh, cool.
I haven't figured out how to integrate them properly because now on my
Are you playing a wizard, a sorcerer, or a warlock?
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer, yeah.
You're just breaking rules.
So here's how you do that. You create a feat that adds spells, and then you put the spells on the feat, and it will give them the spells to you. It will say at will, but it will give you the spells, and then when you get a new spell, you can just go to that feat, add the spell, and then it will add it to your character.
So that's what I did. I just didn't know if there was a way to properly integrate them so it didn't say at will.
No, it's because you're getting it from a feat, and the feat treats it as at will. The only way... Actually, yes, you could change it. If you add Magic Initiate as the copy-paste, then you delete the top one that gives you the cantrip. That's the one that gives you at will. The other one will give it to you as leveled spells. But you only get 2, and then you're going to have to copy and paste the way that they formatted those other 2 to give you the others as spells.
Ah.
Just because I've been keeping track of when I use them, you know. So I've been manually keeping track of my spell slots.
That's
so
how
it's-
Mirabelle has. That's how your character has the drain and all that stuff on there.
Okay, yeah. Like, I just want to show this because this is how many spells Sarah has learned. What am I gonna put this in?
I'm not even gonna put the higher levels for mass cure wounds because I can't do that even if I wanted to.
Yeah, not yet. Oh wait, yeah, you never could. That's true. I think it's that.
So this is what this feat looks
Well,
like on Sarah.
The highest that Warlock gets is what, 6th level, right?
It's 5th level
we
naturally,
get
and then
5th
everything else is
level.
Mystic Arcanum.
Oh, is it
Yeah,
only 5th level? Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is, I've actually been thinking
That's
about
the
it.
problem. You're putting them all under the same thing. You have to put them under separately.
Oh.
See how it
Just-
only says spells 3, and then it has 3 columns? You have to add each spell individually, otherwise it makes them at will.
See, the top ones all got once per day, and then I was just like, when I was because I was testing it, because I was trying to figure out, and it's like, I can sit down and make this work properly, but for now, it's fine.
Yeah, you would have to
I-
make them individually. For once per day, you can limit the amount of uses each spell has under restrictions. You can say 1 per day, and it will make it 1 per day. But instead of adding a spell, you add an action, and then the action you put limited use as 1, then you put the spell, you name the spell, and then it'll give you the spell as a once per use, and you just click the box. Been homebrewing shit on D&D Beyond since it came out. The coding is not fun to use, but I figured out most of the kinks.
It's fine. I'll just because I'm manually keeping track of the spells, so or the spell slots, so it's fine.
Yeah. I don't know if you have anything prepared for me this session or not. But Ronathan would like to know what he learns from the book about the artifact that we're getting, and then I would also like to read the books they're writing on the other 2 artifacts, and then when I turn those back in, that's when Ronathan will ask for his favor.
Oh. If you want more of like a thing, then yeah, probably not for a while, maybe.
I mean, we have next week off, so I figured that would give you
Yeah,
enough time
yeah.
to write me something.
I can always just throw something, I guess, yeah.
And you don't have to throw something now. You've got like
No,
I said,
I meant like I'll figure something out, I guess is what I mean.
Yeah. I'm incredibly intrigued in what these artifacts can do. For a very particular reason that one person knows, but you'll find out later.
That's fine.
Yes, when I turn the books back in, like, because I'm gonna get the other 2 books they're writing, and I'm gonna read those. I'm gonna turn those in. My favor I would ask for is a ring of spell storing.
Which is cool, yeah.
For those of you in the chat that don't know why I'm asking for Ring of Spellcasting, I play a barbarian and I can't cast spells. But you know what you can do if you have a Ring of Spell Storing? You can cast spells as a barbarian. You just have to have someone else
with
put
that specific
spells
player's
in the
DC
ring.
as well. Yep.
Correct, yes sir. And considering Sarah's DC and Lane's DC are like 18 and 20,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have them put spells in there, and then they're gonna watch this big raging barbarian with hammers come smash them in the face, and all of a sudden I'm gonna be like, shocking grasp!
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny.
What? Spirit Guardians?
Or Spirit Guardians, yes.
How
because
much? I think it's like a specific level of that. I can't remember the
Oh
big
my
level
God.
it
up
is.
It's
to
5.
5
Oh, is it
levels.
5? So you
if
could have
put,
1 Spirit
if
Guardians,
you
yeah.
put Spirit Guardian in there, could you
And one
imagine me
use of
watching
shield.
that?
Shield.
That would be a
I
10-minute
can't cast
duration,
Shield
yeah.
of Faith, but I could
It would-
cast Shield.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah,
would be funny.
Shield
That
and
would be
Spirit
funny,
Guardians,
bro.
yeah.
Barbarian rolls up, goes spirit guardian, summons 4 other little fucking glowing spirit dudes, and then in the chat, if you're curious, but you can't cast spells while raging. Correct, but you can maintain concentration on things that are already cast. And when you have a +9 on all of your saves, let's do some math. You got a +9 on all your saves, which means the base DC is always 10. Which would mean you'd have to do at least 20 damage to me, or more than 20 damage to bypass the 10 DC for me to fail. And when I'm raging, I take half damage. So you have to deal at least 40 damage to me for me to even have to roll to fail the con save.
The likelihood of that happening is very small, at best.
Don't worry, guys. You want to play a barbarian caster? It's possible. Get a ring of spell storing. Put some spells in it from those spellcasters, and then surprise people.
I mean, yeah, it's
I
fair.
cannot
Bro,
wait.
I need one of you to put tidal wave into the ring, so I can just run at the BBEG and just tidal wave him.
Oh my god.
I don't think any of us
That
have
is a
tidal wave.
Yeah, I don't think so.
that I haven't heard in years.
Yeah, I don't think any of
It's
us
fun.
have that.
Tidal wave is fun, but it's not a
Oh,
spell that any of
God.
us know.
Yeah, I don't.
Or
think
what
so.
about Agonar's Scorching Blaze? Just barbarian just busts
Oh
out.
my god. Oh my god, that is.
As if
would be
Ronan didn't need to go any faster.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see.
You can always listen until my base speed is 100 feet. Ronan doesn't go fast enough.
That's why you gotta have the long strider. You know, an extra, was it 10? Is that the case? I can't remember. I think it's 10 extra.
See, I can't take Longstride anymore because I took Unseen Servant,
Oh, true.
which is very much more Ceres.
Yeah,
It's
Unseen
very
Servant
much
makes
more
more
a
sense
Ceres
for you.
spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like these were all spells that I was like, yeah, all of these make sense
You
for
just have
Ceres.
someone do stuff
Yeah.
for you, yeah.
Yes, you can say no to my favor. That's fine, but that was going to be my favor that I'm asking for. Since we're in a super magic dude, just ask the librarian to ask the tutor or whoever they need to if I can get a ring of spell storing. And my logic I was going to use was going to be like, they're super cool spellcasters and I want to be like them, but I can't cast magic, so I need help.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that's a thing that can happen, yeah. Shouldn't be a hard thing. I mean, it's an uncommon item if I'm not mistaken. Was it rare? I can't remember.
It's rare.
Okay, it is rare. I mean, that's still not that hard. That's doable.
Yep, and that would give me my third attunement slot because I have my bracers and my parry app, and then this ring would put me at my third because my hammers don't require attunement.
Yeah, I made a
I
note.
can't believe you haven't had 3.
Yeah, that's crazy. In my
Listen,
games, you
I
not having 3
came-
attunement, that's crazy.
I came into the game with a giant hammer, made it 2 hammers, which don't require attunements because they
Yeah, they
both
don't.
have my seal on there, the igneous seal on there, which allows me to use them because I made them.
Right.
So I didn't have to attune to the hammers, and I don't want another weapon. I just want the hammers to beat the crap out of everything.
Yeah. Since Mittens is gone and we're not that far from normal time, I guess we can just cut it off early if y'all want.
I think probably we might as well. I myself am super exhausted
That's
as
fair.
well, so I can't really complain.
Well, I
about
hope
that.
y'all enjoyed the start of this new area you get to kind of mess around with for at least as long as you feel like, I guess.
I cannot wait to abuse all these spells.
That. I don't know, it's nice to not be in the middle of the air anymore. I mean, we still are, kind of. But it's nice to be.
You're in the illusion.
You know what
You're in the illusion of being inside.
You know what I forgot existed that I know I won't get? I should
Yes.
have asked for instead. I totally forgot.
What?
Totally forgot. The ring of spell turning existed.
Ring of spell turning.
Yeah, it's an item I haven't seen in like 3 years. But essentially, while wearing the ring, I have advantage on saving throws against any spell that targets only myself. In addition, if I roll a 20 for the save and the spell is a 7th or lower, the spell has no effect, and instead it's reflected back at the caster using the slot level, spell save, DC, attack bonus, and spell casting ability.
Wow.
So it's basically full counter from Meliodas from Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh, I see.
my god.
Oh, that actually is a thing. That's cool. Yeah, it is a good counter. It looks kind of cool too. There's an image for it as well. It's like a mirror, literally. It's a mirror ring. That's a ring with a mirror. It is. Oh, that's a legendary, then I doubt it. Yeah, that's a little crazy.
That's why I said you wouldn't give it to me, but I
Yeah.
forgot it existed.
Too
It's fine.
early. Too early
I
for
already
that.
asked for my favorite. I asked for my favorite, one of the Ring of Spell Story.
Yeah, spell storing's reasonable. Yeah.
Right.
So that's only rare.
I will wait until next session in 2 weeks
2
when I
weeks, yeah.
roleplay it to ask for my Ring of Spell Storing. So then I can have my gracious friends here who learned a whole crap ton of new spells give Ronathan some new spells to use.
Yep.
Hey Sarah, should I tell him what my plan is?
No.
What's the fun in that?
Yeah, I can figure it out.
Oh, that's fine.
Where was it? Now I kind of want to take spells from 3rd and 4th level that I can't.
No, I forgot about the greatest spell ever. Someone should also put Minor Illusion into the ring.
I think I have Minor Illusion.
Not Minor Illusion, Mirror Image. Mirror Image.
Oh,
Mirror Image.
I
Mirror
should
Image.
get Mirror Image.
I have Mirror Image, so I can do that.
Give
I
me
already
Mirror
had
Image.
that.
So then when the Guardians of Faith wears off, we just
No.
pop Mirror Image.
It's a 10-minute duration.
Yeah, no. Remember how I said like Mirror Image was like if I wanted to make the most annoying character to hit, Mirror Image was part of that.
Make Mirror Image. Yeah, but see, if you're a good DM, the workaround is you just AOE wherever they're at, because then you can break all of the mirrors.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, because I'm pretty sure in the spell it explicitly states that they're not safe from AOE attacks.
Yeah, they're
so.
not. When they take damage, they're just that.
Yes, so and I hate helping our DM, but yeah, if you ever have someone who likes spamming Mirror Image and you can't hit them, just fireball them. Because guess what? It's a save, and the clones don't get saves, so they auto-fail, which means you destroy all of the clones in one hit, and the fireball might still deal damage, and then you can also have the rest of your baddies start walloping on them because they can't cast the spell again until their turn.
All right.
I want to be clear that Sarah's already a good chunk of the way to being the most impossible thing to hit. He's got a 21 AC, got the shield spell. If he learns, he's got Mirror Image. If he gets Darkness, it's
Listen,
over. No one's ever
all I'm
hitting Sarah.
saying is we put Shield of Faith in the ring, and then I have a 24 AC,
You'll have to get that from Mittens. I don't have Shield of Faith.
Walk in everything.
All right, that's where I will end the stream until 2 weeks' time. So yeah, I'll end there.